Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop. Yeah. I'm so handsome. All in Carmine's with my Vans, I'm so fancy. No romancing. Got my baby and she right, she make you vanish. No time to play, got book dates. Had a plan, only had to wait. Always knew I'd make a way. Send a bill, they send a pay. Keep it real, keep the record straight. Keep it real, no time to fake. All authentic in my own lane. I am me till I'm in the grave. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop. Ooh, never panic. Get a worry, send it up and then advantage. Yeah, I can't stand it. Out of all the way you move and see you scrambling. On offense, no defense. Still strong, no weakness. Used to say I wouldn't beat this. Now they wish they could beat this. Tables set, now tables turn. God's plan, don't say a word. Know the price, cause I know my worth. My time, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop.
Little trade another day.
And you know what? If it doesn't happen, and for some there, so be it.
You win some, you lose some. But you live to trade another day, live to make another play. You win some, you lose some. But you live to trade another day, live to make another play.
Live to trade another day, live to trade another day, live to make another play.
Win some, you lose some.
But you live to trade another day, live to make another play.
Scared money don't make no money. 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 You win some, you lose some.
But you live to trade another day, live to make another
Is
play.
it the bottom yet? I'm tryna buy up everything. Not gon' get upset. Just pull the trigger, let it bang. When I see a trade, I'm hopping in like a Uber to secure my future up early, just like a rooster. Eyes glued to the computer, looking for a bag or two. Market cipher on the screen, compliments of trading view. Now I know what I'ma do. Buy low and sell high. Even if you try and fail, at least you didn't fail to try. I don't wanna be the type of guy that let fear win. I'm the one that dived in head first and bust my chin. I know FOMO is a no-no, but I still get it in. Now I can't predict the future, but I know I'm bound to win. Later or sooner, I'll be the big kahuna. Cause I got big kahunas. I was not scared to get money, I took me some chances and now I'm the big kahuna. And if you scared, might as well get neuter. I'ma keep chasing my dreams. Wake up and mansion so big, I need a segue to get from wing to wing. Scared money don't make no money. 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 You win some, you lose some. But you live to trade another day, live to make another play. Scared money don't make no money. 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 You win some, you lose some.
But you live to trade another day, live to make another play.
Don't be scared, G. Like paid in full, get your bread, B. Cold wallet full of crypto, yeah. Big Lebowski. Can't
Good morning all. Yes sir, hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good. Happy Wednesday to everyone. Make sure all systems go, everything looks like it's working well here. And yeah, let's get into it today. See what we have going on, see what we got going on in the charts. Some interesting news overnight, to be honest. Escalating things, we'll see how that plays out. You know, definitely some stuff going on in terms of that front. And yeah, let's see what we have going on in terms of price action here. You can see a lot of money went into the yen, some movement towards the downside. Already set up one here happening super early, trying to break the lows. So let's just go and analyze and see what's happened. So daily time frame closing bearish here. We see 4-hour time frame as well closing bearish, moving towards the downside. We do have this previous big zone. I wonder if this is going to be relevant. We've seen a lot of rejection wicks come through. This move here, we didn't react off it. Right now, we're right at that zone. I wonder if it will be relevant or not. Based off this price action here, it shouldn't be. But I'm just seeing a lot of rejections come from here. So I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised to see it react off that. Let's draw it accurate so we can have a full, just to see for, that would be your full accuracy there. So bias is bearish here. We have previous 4-hour bearish, previous daily bearish, 30 minutes clean, 15 minutes clean. Pretty tempted to take these early positions here, but they've failed in the past here. I wonder if I can supersede that today, or am I going to be punished for that? I hate selling lows early. If we were setup 2, I'd rather take the setup 2 early. We're trading from a pullback, a lot safer than selling lows, because to be honest, if you look at the lows here, they've not been very decent. We closed on a new low here. We should have drove. We didn't drive. We pulled back first. After the pullback, then we got a nice move down. So we're going to see what ends up happening in terms of the calendar today. In a little bit here, we have some CPI data as well, which is going to be important. They're expecting inflation to come down to 3.3 from 3.5. That's not till about 20 minutes from now. So there is a bit of time. Later on today, we have unemployment claims. And then we have, of course, today being the big day, FOMC day. So we spoke about that yesterday. That's not till tonight though, but FOMC day is always typically a more difficult day, FOMC day, because a lot of price sometimes waits for it. It's a 50-50 day, I always call it. So either price waits for FOMC or we get a move leading into FOMC. So essentially it's the same as what it's the same as what we've been experiencing, to be honest. But they're expecting to keep rates the same. The important thing is going to be the statement here. And yeah, that is what's going to be important here. So yeah, let's see what ends up happening with price, and we take it from there. And basically analyze after that. So I prefer honestly to trade after news here. CPI is definitely one of the bigger news events. If inflation does come back better like this, we will see price actually continue down. Makes sense for it to continue down, but if it comes back worse, you will see a spike up in GBP here. So moving on to gold here on the other hand, gold's still stuck in yesterday's range. We're literally ping pong from the highs to the lows, from the lows to the highs. Pretty disgusting price action. Daily has closed bearish back in the range here. 4-hour time frame created a support, again respecting this previous support from here. So we are mixed session bias. Honestly, looking at sorry, that's the daily. I don't know what time frame I opened back then. So the daily has created, what was that, a 2-day? Yeah, my bad. So daily has closed bullish here in sense, respecting the support, and 4-hour has closed bullish as well. Wow, so actually technically a bullish bias here, believe it or not. A lot of BS though. This is previous 4-hour resistance. We did close above that. We have 4-hour support here. What else are we working on? Let's see, 1-hour time frame. Also 1-hour support here. Previous daily resistance sitting there. This 4-hour support I don't think relevant anymore. Actually it is. We have one more here as well, and one here, but this one's crossed by a wick compared to this. Wow, what a mess. So we have bullish bias, which is definitely interesting to have a bullish bias. Oof, look at this 15 push here. Yeah, the sells would be quite nice after such a push, just following this trend that we've had. Form support at the lows, reject the highs. Form support at the lows, reject the highs. So the hardest place to trade is typically where we're going to be in London these days, and it's the middle of the range. You can see the inconsistencies. We tried to decide to go down, then it looks like it wants to go up. It breaks the highs, fails, then ends up going down. Same thing here, tries to go down a couple of times, break of structure here, break the lows, ends up going up, you know. So middle of the range always more inconsistent, so we have to be careful here in the middle of the range. Yeah, that's beautiful here with this 5-minute change of structure. What time was that? Literally like 15, yeah, but about 20 minutes ago. Yeah, I like this sell from here. It's counter bias, but you know, we're just playing the range. That would have been nice. What a push as well, 70 pips. That's quite nice. So it's a shame we're not getting these in London, man. They just need to start coming in London. But in the middle of the range here, guys, it's extremely dangerous. You know, don't diddle in the middle is the saying. So we just need more information. I need to see either support creation, maybe set up 2 back from the highs to continue down. I need more information here. I can't just really trade the middle of the range just randomly. We've already made its push here, so I need to see support creation and then try to do something with that. Now, since it's bullish bias, if we just dump to the bottom of the range, I'll look for buys. Keep it simple like that. But for now, we're just kind of in this really choppy price action here. And we really want to be trading either from the bottom or from the top. That is where the best accuracy is going to come. So us being in the middle right now does not help that thesis. So this is what I'm looking for. I sense something really big coming, a market crash. I think gold correcting, I've been speaking about this for a while. Even if you guys in the exclusive watch the webinar this week, we explain about this scenario where it doesn't necessarily lead to higher prices. So yeah, let's see what happens. Setup 5s I'm happy to try, but I'm also scared about setup 5 because this one failed here. This one failed here, but you can argue it's not as clean as maybe this one here as well. So, you know, changes of structure would be nice. Looking at DAX here on the other hand, start off with the daily time frame here. We can see previous daily closing strong bearish here. We have this previous daily resistance we're trying to tap. Put this here, PDR. I want it in caps. So we have this previous daily resistance. 4-hour time frame also closing bearish, so essentially bearish bias today. See what we got going on the 1 hour. This is your previous 1 hour resistance here. Was P1's S because it was a support. I mean, the buys look nice if we were to get above that, right? But we're bearish bias, so it would be a counter bias trade. I like the sells below something like this here. See what that looks like on 1 hour. 1 hour is a bit lower, so I guess we have to take it below the 1 hour. Let's see how that looks on 15. It's not too far away, to be honest. Doesn't make too much of a difference. Then we'd watch this, see what happens here. So that's the sell option. Now, counter bias buys will be above this previous 1 hour support. You do have a beautiful range here, to be honest, 43 points. But we just have to see how price wants to form. There is some argument to be made that we have formed a good support. We can see a lot of our lows have been found from here. But we are closing on lower low, lower high. So it's one of those situations where it could really push either way. And you can argue that. But in terms of bias today, makes sense bearish, especially this daily close. It's not a daily close that kind of says, okay, clear sells. So 5 close could be the setup on DAX. For what? For buys or for sells? For a buy? Yeah, but then you're going full counter bias, you know? So what are we trusting for counter bias? We can't trust the daily candle close. This definitely tells you not to buy. Not a daily candle close that tells you to buy. 4 hour candle close not really also telling you to buy because it's closed below previous. This thing can flip here. This one, okay, good. Support made. You know. 1 hour time frame not yet telling you to buy. We will know in 14 minutes if it can break structure. This will be the first break of structure. If it closes below here, it's not a break of structure. 30-minute time frame also did not, it broke this structure but not this structure yet. And then 15-minute as well. So we'll have to see how price forms here. It's a little bit tough. So yeah, interesting market scenario here today as well. Definitely more on the difficult side, but that's how it's been in London. We have been trading difficult trading conditions in London, and we're just looking to manage. And yeah, this zone was relevant, eh? So I was right to mark this. Definitely became relevant. So I think sells below that would make sense. We'll see how this 1 hour closes well with news here, right? News could definitely change a lot of things. So that's the analysis for today. Let's see how price action forms, and then we take it from there. We take it from there, see what gold wants to do here in the middle of the range, let it make a decision, and then we see if we can execute something based on that. Honestly, New York has been a lot cleaner than London here, except for gold yesterday. It was pretty messy in New York, but I've been enjoying US 30 has been moving quite nicely actually. Pretty clean moves through the ranges, up into the highs, down into the lows. This is what we want to see. Nice trending move. If you look at this time here, it's 11 o'clock. This is London start when London opens, and we can see we trend for the whole day. It's lovely to have a pair that's trending for the whole day. Not the whole day, but from 11 to 7 we went up, creating higher lows, higher highs. That's healthy price action. So we've been able to capitalize off this price action here on US 30 for all the guys who are trading US 30. And yeah, can you explain the entry, in which case we can take it in that way? Which way, man? Which you need to be a little bit clearer regarding what, when, how. Not on rebreak of high. Well, it broke its high already, so you're just waiting for bottom wick. So if you're going rebreak of its own high, so this is the entry yesterday, right? So that's your entry yesterday. This candle opens, pushes up. Right? After it pushes up, makes a high up here. But this high that your entry was already broken. The next candle opens where? Yes, I understand. But what I'm trying to explain is where this candle opens. This candle opens down here. Right? This is where the candle opens. So in order for it to continue up, it has to break the original point, which was already broken anyways. So you rely on this being the bottom wick, and then you're entering exactly where you would have entered anyways. Imagine the candle had a bottom wick. Where would you have been entered? Right? Because if you read price action and watch how it formed, it's not something scary to where we start breaking structure down here. We really take re-break of its own high when it's like something that went super deep, you know? What about mental break even? Well, for me, I don't go break even. There's no 1 minute structure. So here we start to form a pullback here. 1 minute pullback starts to form, right? And then we try to break structure, but it fails. So the pullback is still happening. And then here finally we broke structure. That is your sign to be like full break even, because now we broke in structure, right? But before that, we're still in a pullback. So as long as it respects this, you're fine. So worst case scenario is you manage something like this. So you risk originally 41 pips, and now you're risking maybe like 16. So it's not the worst. That's worst case scenario if everything starts to fail. But there's nothing to suggest it needs to fail, especially after such a big push on the 15-minute. Sometimes you need to have the 15-minute make its bottom wick. And if you look at how it was just a nice bottom wick on 15, you know. What gave me also more confidence is that we closed above this as well. That was very nice to see this. If we close below it, okay, maybe I can argue going break even, because that might be a rejection. But us closing above this, it's no problem, you know. Honestly, if you think about it logically, based on 15, the trade can still work even if price came down to here. You know, like really, it could retest back into this previous support zone and still work out. So that's why you just need to give it a bit of breathing room, right? Didn't even break 5-minute lows, you know. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the analysis. 300 of us in here. If you don't know what I was just talking about, I was talking about a trade yesterday. I know it won't make sense to you guys because you guys were not there, but that was just a US 30 trade. We were just explaining a few things on how it went and what to look at and stuff like that. We took that during NYSE Open, just after the Open. If you check the time of that, classic setup 1. And yeah, so make sure to leave a like on the stream. You know the drill, guys. 300 of us in here. Get the likes up to 150. I would appreciate it. Hate to say it, but part of the game. Hopefully London cooks for us today. It would be a treat. It is FOMC day. We do have to proceed with caution on FOMC day, of course. But it would be nice to have a little bit of a treat here and just have some clean movement, which we've really been deprived of. It's been very aggressive options we've had to take. I mean, if you compare New York, right? Look at New York yesterday. New York, I gave 2 shots yesterday. 2 trades I took in New York. First trade I took in New York was this 5-minute candle close above here. See this small one here. And the idea was to get to this 15-minute resistance, which was a wick that we didn't really tap it yet. So it got to the resistance. I moved to break even, came back, stopped me out, break even. Then we pushed up again and I took the same entry again, 5-minute close above. And these are the entries that we're looking for. These days in London, we're getting range and then one candle just pushed through everything. So you want to, this is the type of price action we want. And this is the price action that should be going on with, you know, in normal conditions. So don't let other things put you off. That's just going to derail you from the plan and then you end up losing. Tomorrow's USD holiday? I'm not sure. Let's have a look, man. It is, man. Wow. Very interesting. Well noted. So no New York session tomorrow. That's interesting. I've always lost on USD bank holidays though. I need to be extremely careful tomorrow. Shit. If you look at my journal, you'll see I write USD bank holiday. Look, USD bank holiday. Guess the result. Loss. Even in London. Look, USD bank holiday. Guess the result. Loss. Man, we're not getting a break. FOMC today, USD bank holiday tomorrow. It's like they fuck up the markets and then they tell you tomorrow, fuck you, you know, we're taking a holiday. Tomorrow no trade day? Depends on where we are, man. If FOMC really it really moves nicely, then you know you could be okay. There is exceptions, you know, there is exceptions. London is definitely not closed. London will be open. Maybe I stick to DAX or something. If we look at those 2 trades on bank holiday, which I always seem to lose. One was on GJ and the other one was on DAX as well. So yeah, it doesn't really help, but I guess you just take A+. So let's have a look at the trades. Are they good trades? Yeah, pretty good trades to be honest. Nice breakout trade that was. So maybe I argue I have to wait for what? I have to wait for structure. Like just take super safe trades. Let's see what this GJ trade was. We can analyze it. That was a beautiful trade. Change of structure as well on the 5-minute. But then it respected that zone. I do remember that. Someone's begging for gas money. Let's see what he has to be. Hey, Tradesharpe, no capitals. Asking for small favor. Can you send me $15 Tron for small transaction? I'm low on gas fees. The phone you're using right now, sell it. Sell it. The internet connection you have right now, disconnect from it and sell it. Desperate time, call for desperate matters. You don't need a phone. If you're that desperate, you can't afford gas. By the way, you have a fucking car. Sell your car. You're desperate for money. Why are you going around in a car? That's a luxury. Are you mad? Get rid of the car. Asking for $15 while you're in a car? That's crazy. You know, if you're really that desperate, sell your car. Get a motorbike or something, man. Uber is the answer? Maybe he doesn't have Uber where he is. If he did, then yeah, I think that's a good answer. What's GJ doing? Still respecting that support. Let's see the 1 hour close here. So we have news here. News in about 3 minutes. So we'll see how that affects. Look at this. Isn't this some bullshit, man? Inflation rate 3.4. Forex factory 3.3. What? I'm refreshing this. No way you can have different results. Like, where are you getting your information from? Like, it really makes me wonder, what is even the point? Like, come on, man. Get a bicycle, man. I like how your people are selfish. May Allah bless you. It's all not a joke. I'm not. I'm being actually practically serious. I don't think God tells you to beg. God puts you in situations that you can handle. And ask for your faith to trust in what happens, not for you to beg to others. There are people without food. There are people without water. Wouldn't you think that is who needs to be supported? That is who should be given $15? Not the person who's sitting in a car with an internet connection and a phone and joining a live stream and begging. Fix your mind, man. And then guilt trip other people, saying that other people are greedy and selfish. He asked for a favor and yet you humiliate him. I give him reality, brother, not humiliation. I told him, if you're in a difficult situation, you need to sell your car, get rid of your phone. You have to make things work. That's not humiliation. That is facts. And that just tells me that you don't like to accept life. You can't take anything. The minute someone has any difficulty and then you contradict their difficulty, they get offended because they can't handle it. That's why they're in the same position. Candle break the low of the candle above the resistance. Is that still valid S1? Yes, it is. Your just stop loss will change, man. Your stop loss will change. So just make sure it's still worth it. How to get the fools out of here? Yeah, I don't agree with them actually. I don't agree with them trading, to be honest. You don't exactly know his situation. Be kind. Use your brain, brother. Use your brain. He's on a live stream, Forex live stream, asking for gas money for a car with a phone and internet connection. What situation are you in, man? Let's be honest. Come on, man. Wake up. Fuck's sake. Some people's common sense mind boggles me, man. It just... How? Anyway, I can't anymore. People need to wake up. There are people in hard situations, my heart goes out to them. For sure. I support people in any way I can. I don't publicize it, but I do. Fuck's sake, Steven, man. Like, if a man literally came up to me and he's in a really bad situation, then yeah, of course I will help him to get food or something. I need the gas fees to exchange my USDT on Exodus. Oh, crypto gas fees. I thought he meant I thought he meant car gas fees, bro. All right, news came out here. Same 3.4 now Forex, so it's the same. So that means that we're seeing a little bit of strength, but it's not really anything too drastic. He needs crypto gas fees. Okay. So then what situation are you not to get crypto gas fees, man? What's wrong? Can't deposit or what? I'll give you one thing, man. I have a buy limit set for GBP JPY. We just had CPI, so I don't know where your buy limit is. I don't think your buy limit got triggered. What is he buying that has $15 gas fee? I don't know, and that's what's worrying. It's like thousands of dollars to have a $15 gas fee. See how gold has closed here on the 1 hour? So I'd lovely to see a support creation and then a break of support. And DAX as well. Just tapped the previous 1 hour support. 1 hour closed bullish. Did it close above? Yeah, it did close above. I wonder if counter trend will make sense today. What do we say? You're helping us now. Man is worth more than anything. The thing is, a lot of people are too kind. I'm not kind. I'm very direct. I tell people to get their shit together and how to do. Like, it's just my character, man. I'm the guy who tells the friend when I don't like something. You know? Recently, my friend opened a restaurant. And I went to visit it. And I told him honest truth of what I like and what I don't like. Everyone else is going to be gaslighting. Oh, it's great. Well done, bro. Happy to see this. Nah, man. I come in and I say, this is good, but shit. This shit. That shit. Really. I'm like that too blunt sometimes? Yeah. Harry Ramsey. No, I'm not shouting at him. But I think this bluntness, to an extent, you know, to an extent, it's really good, you know. And this has been a key thing about me when I started YouTube and stuff. People are like, you're too blunt, Harry, you don't have, you know. And sometimes in the group, like even I'm very direct with people. But eventually it works. Eventually it works. People get used to it. They're like, yeah, that's just how he acts. The main thing is to understand that it's my intentions are good out of it. That's the whole point, right? I'm doing it out of good intentions. Be careful how you can make fun of me. I'm not making fun of you. I actually wanted to help you, brother. I actually wanted to help you. I thought you didn't have gas for your car, so I recommended selling your car. How is that making fun of you? I have nothing against you. If you're in a tough situation, my heart goes out to you. I just tried to give you advice saying that in a tough situation, instead of begging, try to do something active. So I'm actually trying to help you, man. I'm trying to help you. But I realize it's crypto gas fees you need. Now, I don't know your situation, but it's not really the place to come and start asking for this type of stuff. What's crypto gas fees? When you make a transaction in crypto, sometimes they have fees, but if he transacts in Tron, right? If he transacts in Tron, the gas fee should be very little. Like I pay $1 gas fee, right? So he's speaking about USDT. To have a $4 gas fee means he's exchanging a lot of money. Like I send maybe like I've sent $20,000 and I paid $1 gas fee. Basically like commissions, yeah. But back in the day, we used to have Ethereum. You couldn't transact on Tron. And then Ethereum gas fees used to be crazy. Back in the days when we used to have altcoins with Ethereum. Man, I used to make stupid money. But the Ethereum gas fees, like I would make $3,000, $4,000. And to get out of that coin in high volume, when gas fees are high, I would sometimes have to pay $500-600 in gas fees just to get out. It was crazy, man. People were paying $10,000 gas fees, you name it, man. It was like nuts, the amount of money, man. Bro, especially when things were moving fast. Like when you wanted to cash out of Ethereum at all-time highs, gas fees were ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Pancake Swap, that was the one, man. Uniswap, who remembers Uniswap? That's the real OGs. If you remember Uniswap, that's the real OG. Shout out Uniswap, man. Do you remember when they airdropped free tokens? If you really are the OG, they gave me $8,000 for free. They just airdropped you tokens for using them. I sold them and I made $8,000. It's like, are you crazy? 1 minute for this candle to close. Let's see how this closes. 1 minute structure is present. Hopefully it doesn't push too far here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Can you relax, please, Dex? What are we looking like here? Let's say 17-point stop if we protect it with that. You never got the airdrop? Damn. Bro, what is this candle here? We didn't get the 15 close above 15, actually closed bearish. So my question is, do we wait for a 5-minute structure here or do we rip it on this candle here, break of high? That's what I'm trying to make up in my mind here. We have range. What is stop loss looking like in this type of position here? 16 points. Let's see bottom wick. I think bottom wick would help deep bottom wick. Otherwise, it would be safer to wait for 5 structure, right? Can't really push anymore. It's gonna get too deep. We'd have to wait at that point. Let's see any previous levels. Previous 15s, we're clear. Previous 30s. Previous 1 hours. Previous 4 hours. Yeah, it's looking all good in terms of that. Any previous 5 minutes? Not really. It can't keep pushing like this. It's gonna be too hard. Really needs to chill. I'd love to see a 1 minute retest here. Alright, candles opened up here. Oh, bottom wick. Making it now. Can we get something a bit deeper? At least 1 minute candle closing bearish. Nah, it's just gonna flip and fly, huh? 18 points. Maybe we get the same scenario that happened yesterday, guys, with US 30. So we flip down and then we make some sort of 1 minute structure, at least to trust that this is not just gonna die on us. And then we go re-break of its previous high that would have been your original entry. This would be the same scenario. Wow. Wonder what this volume is coming from. Man, I really feel like these days you just have to gamble in London, huh? Anyone took that? I'm interested. 21 point stops. 21 point target. Big target, man. Counter trend with 50-minute close. I just wanted to see a bottom wick, like kind of like what happened US 30. Wow. Stop loss of 5 is not confident. This is London, man. London these days is just go hard. Just gamble it a bit, you know. Forget about everything. It's just really, it's weird because in New York you trade normal, and then London you have to kind of break some rules. Fuck, look at this. I mean, yeah, look, counter trend, no 5 structure, no 1 minute structure, no deep bottom wick, but works out. At least one bearish close, no? That's a recipe for disaster? Not these days. These days it works. Would have hit 1-to-1. Be such an easy trade actually. So no 30 close, no 15-minute candle close bearish back inside of the range as well. No 5-minute structure, no 1-minute pullbacks, counter bias as well, but works. Oh, that's so annoying, man. He's talking about it now? I thought he was talking about it last night. My broker shows no bottom wick. No, I definitely had a bottom wick there. Cleanest trade of the day. That's it. DAX done. Now we wait 1 hour. Enjoy. Do you change your lot sizes depending on risk? Yes. Not risk depending on stop loss size. Yes, exactly. What you wrote in brackets. Just hit TP? What TP did you use, man? I mean, stop loss did you use? You must have used a different stop loss. My stop loss would have been below the 5-minute candle here. I think you ran maybe this one, 31, 31, yeah. This one, right? It's not a bad stop loss, much safer. Don't disagree with this stop loss. Took Discord was a quick one. Yeah, I literally wanted just 1 minute candle closing bearish here. It made sense for me for that to happen. Especially going counter bias. 50-minute close back in the range. No 5-minute structure where here, we had down here, but that's not where our stop loss is. Big difference. Big difference. Would you have taken there 1 minute structure above the range? Just 1 minute bearish candle would be enough for me. Just to prove to me that that's not going to be a resistance and you get what's happening right now. Because that's exactly what can happen, you know. I see that happen all the time. But these days it's like you have to go like every aggressive position after all the we lost literally all the aggressive positions we lost. After that, every aggressive position that breaks rule has worked. And I can put money on it. Like I'm gonna do it just to see the next aggressive position that comes. I'm taking it. But who what are the chances I lose that? That's what I'm interested to see. Every single one has worked. And the next aggressive option that comes, I'm going to take it. Because it's what's been working. But I know there is a chance that I lose that. So it's not going to piss me off if I lose it. It's just going to be like, that's the condition. Now, the only other choice you have is just to stay out. Just to stay out and wait. What's hard is that New York is moving clean. Like New York, US 30, you're getting very clean moves. Like, look at the difference between this and then yesterday's New York trade. Same type of scenario. But I want to show you the lower time frame difference. This is yesterday's New York buy here. This candle here. First of all, the candle before it closed bearish. And then you have a bullish close. That's number one. Number two in this scenario is that... Check the 1 minute in here as well, right? Very different looking. Not straight push. You can like price shows you that it tries to go down but fails. Gives you confidence that it will go up. Right, again, tries to go down. Boom. What happens? Creates supports. Goes up. So it's two different trading methods. Like in London, you're taking very risky, aggressive options, but New York, you're just trading as normal. So which one do you choose? It's okay for me because I can still make money in New York, but it's annoying that London is pushing like this without giving you, because, you know, it would be nice to trade in the morning. Explain next gold setup. I mean, honestly, with the way the market's been moving these days, like I don't want to sell these lows right here, but I probably will work. If I did it, it probably loses. You know, you want some sort of structure. We push now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7 candles of 15 straight. We have this full 15-minute, previous 15-minute, previous 30-minute support zone. How much can I trust this is going to do a V shape without a pullback in between? Every single time in the middle of the range, we have pullback. Let me show you this. Right? Middle of the range, pulled back. 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 Here, we don't know. So what are you going to do? Like, look, there's a pullback here. There was a pullback here. Then continuation down. There's a big pullback here. Then continuation down. Pullback here. Continuation down. Right? You can see that continuation down after the pullback. Here, is it just going to do it straight? And that's how London is. London is a bit random, erratic. Or are we going to respect here somewhere like this? Right? And then it's going to do the pullback. Then that's my sell. Yeah, that's my sell. I take that, no problem. Because that's what's happened every single time in the range. So if I see that, yeah, I'm totally fine. Because that's what's been happening. That's valid. That's clear. Or is it just going to dump straight? Setup 2 on DAX? No, target tapped. It's gone. Market looks bearish this morning, but FOMC can change that. What do you think? FOMC will change that if they announce. If they announce in FOMC that they... if they announce in FOMC basically that they're not going to cut 2 rates this year, they maybe will cut only 1 more time, or they don't know if they're going to cut at all, then yes, you will see actually some dollar strength come in, and to be honest, you see gold go down even more. But if they announce they're looking 2 to 3 cuts, and they're pretty sure that they're going to take a cut soon, then yeah, you're going to actually see... you're actually going to see this gold pump. With London being tough lately, do you consider a live streaming New York session instead? I do it in the exclusive group anyways, so it's just for people on YouTube, but you know, they can't get everything for free, right? So I'm still trading New York. New York is fine, it's just how London is. And that's normal, because there is times where where New York becomes very boring and London's good. It's just market cycles. FOMC will not change rates. They will not change rates 100%. But Trump need to weak USD for short time shift his 9-term department. But for that time, he has to remove Powell first alongside Powell. I don't think he can remove Powell yet. Very hard. GJ could set up 5-minute from the 4-hour. Just a little aggressive. Don't have 50-minute close bearish. Yeah, it could do. You do have bearish buys today, right? Yeah. Watch it not even give it to you on 5. Be here in 2 minutes. When does this London situation shift to normal? It would really help if they stop sending rockets. It's because you have to realize over Asian session, all of the news happens. They always do it at night. And London is the first session in the day after we've had that mess. That's the problem. So London always ends up being even a bit messy. And even New York is messy, huh? Gold was very messy yesterday in New York. It was not clean. Messy gold in New York. It's just US 30 has been a little bit more consistent. That's the only pair. Everything else, DAX as well. DAX and US 30 in New York session have been fine. But I don't trade DAX. I trade US 30 in New York session. But a lot of the guys in the group trade DAX in New York session, and they've been fine on it. I wonder if this can start the sells, huh? I'm really trying to think, but the one thing that has not worked these days is trying to go against the trend of what the day has been moving as. Because if you look at this, this could just be a retest to previous daily, and then daily could start to flip again. But in terms of 4-hour, you know, we could want to move a little bit higher. Everything else looks bullish as hell. I really want to see a 15-minute candle close bullish. If this 15-minute candle can close bullish, would be lovely on gold. Next one below would at least be something. No entry on the pullback. What the fuck? Yeah, man. Did you find an entry on the pullback? Should be okay now. If you entered on the pullback, well done. If that was your plan. I'm not sure how you pick out exactly to buy this wick here. There's not really much here to tell you to buy right there. Maybe magic fib. Let's see the magic fib. Oh, magic fib wouldn't work. 6.18 down here. You want to guess what? Probably 1 minute structure there as well. Oh, wow. How did that work? Wow. Harry was able to figure that out. Look exactly where the 1 minute structure was. Interesting. Price action rocks. Always lines up. That's why I stopped using fibs. Getting confident with setup 1M3, only using 0.01 lot. Oh, it's good you're practicing. That's a nice one, man. What's this on? Euro US dollar? Yeah, valid trade. Break even at this previous 15, I would. And then your target is up there. Yeah, beautiful, man. It's good stop loss. Totally valid. Lovely structure. It's even good you got the close, huh? Sometimes if price wanted to be nasty, it will break this high and just end up here, like GJ. But it actually gave you the close, and check out this bottom wick. Very nice bottom wick. Retest to here. To be honest, this is like an A+ setup. I mean, it would bias is mixed here, so it's not A+, but it's definitely in terms of confirmations, really good. I wonder if this is just an aggressive day and I rip the highs after this 5 minute structure. Close above and rip the highs. You're a wizard, Harry? Not a wizard. Just how it works in terms of price action. So you notice like fibs fail when there's no structure there. So when someone takes a fib retracement and they fail taking a fib retracement, it's because there's no structure there. So once you learn to read structure, you can realize that those are my zones I'm interested in anyways. So you don't need the fib there because each structural point is acting like a part of the fib. Is it true that market makers know exactly where retail traders stop loss are and hunt them every day? Okay, let's be honest. Do you think your funded account that is on demo is going to be hunted? No. Do you think retail is connected to real life liquidity? Most aren't. They're on B-book. So they're not hunting your stops. They know where pools of liquidity are. But that's because that's how structure works. There's a reason why price pushed up from here. It's not only your stop loss that might be here. It's because there's a shit ton of buy orders coming through here. So those orders can be mitigated as well sometimes, but not all the time. Because what about all the stop losses here? What about all the stop losses here? What about all the stop losses here? They're doing fine. The problem is that people don't take profit, and then when this happens, they complain that this is manipulation. No, this is normal market movement. Price has to have an equal thing between buys and sells. You know? Alright, we retested here, but seem like we're rejecting here. High chance this actually closes below. See in the last 3 seconds. So yeah, close right at, yeah, you want to see something above here. This is the second 15 minute close. It would have been nice. Let's see on broker if that's a setup 3 type close. No, it's not. It's actually worse. Setup 3 type close would be nice for continuation. I'm still considering in my mind if I want to just rip it if something closes above here as a trade. Something like that. Just to try take an aggressive position. The only thing I'm scared of is if I don't get a chance to manage. Like it just goes straight into drawdown. If it goes into profit, then it's totally easy for me to manage. 50-minute bearish GJ, want another 5-minute closing, then I'll rip it. Let's have a look at GJ. 30-minute rejection now. 15-minute weak bearish. Yeah, it's not the most confidence inducing. But yeah, I think if you get a 5-minute close below the range, it can start to make sense. What is this zone? Want something below that? This is 1 minute range. Yeah, I think the next 5 closing below can give you that. Does 5 minute resistance matter a lot? Depends on where your stop loss is. 5 minute resistance won't matter if you're using 15 minute stop or 30 minute stop. It won't matter at all. See how gold is doing? Gold is slowly making its way down. 15 close below that zone, no pullbacks yet. 5 minute now breaking the lows. Yeah, very interesting. Do I really just have to just like close my eyes and just take a position? Is that gonna be a solution for London? Shit, we almost filled our whole range here on DAX here. That's interesting. How long till this 5 minute closes? One minute. 24 stop loss, 26 target. I'm actually contemplating to just rip it. Let's see. Same scenario again, right? 1 minute, no pullbacks, super deep. Now limited range. $19 pips for 29 for 30 pips stop loss. No top wick on 5 here. Good bottom wick on DAX. Yeah, you can FOMO entry this one. It is a good bottom wick, yes. Wick full. Wick full, wick full. I wonder if I should just rip it. Rip it on the wick fill. Need to just check a few things on broker. What part of the triangle we are? Top. That would be like your target. Because if we look at from resistance to resistance, we already hesitated on 2 impulsive day entries. Which was the first one? Man, I don't see 2. This would be the second one. I mean today, yeah, but which was the first one? I'm interested. Which one did you see as the first one? This would be the second in my opinion, so you're saying that this one was second one. So what was the first impulsive entry? 3389. And then what's the second one? You consider this an entry? 15-minute closing bearish, 5-minute below resistance. I don't think that's a hesitated entry in my opinion. That doesn't make any sense. Bearish bias, 15-minute close back in the range, 30-minute rejection wick. What about previous 15 on DAX? Yeah, but this is the market conditions. You can't really care about much these days. You care about much, it doesn't work. You just literally, that's what I mean. You take an aggressive position, like maybe we don't take this now, it plays out. We take it, it loses. But in the same way, you can argue that this, if this lost, you can argue so many reasons why. Bearish bias, no 1-minute structure, no pullbacks, 15-minute close back in the range. 30-minute rejection candle. So the same way here, if this candle loses, you'll complain. Late in the session, top of triangle, not late in the session, late in the move, top of triangle, buying after a push. So they all, the best thing to do, the best thing to avoid that situation as a whole is to sit. That's the most ideal situation. But I'm giving you guys options. If you want to take an option, that's an option. Like you can take trades, it's fine. That's the risks. It's the same risks as there was here. You don't have to sit and do nothing. So I'm just giving you guys options. Like here we have a thunderstorm, right? If you look on broker, it has a small top wick on my broker. So it would be a thunderstorm. Break of high. Open no top wick as well right now. If you want, honestly, you could try the thunderstorm. Just be very aggressive. See if you can get a straight push. I mean, it's the way you can trade these type of markets right now. Or you wait for another 5-minute candle close above. That's a very nice option. That'll give you a lot more confidence instead of just impulsively taking it. But there's options, guys. So if you're interested in taking options, take options. I'm not going to stop you from taking options. Even you guys on YouTube, right? If you guys want trades, that's trades. Like I'm giving you plenty of trades to take. So if you're interested to take that option, take it. So you guys can try that. Just be aggressive in my opinion. Like don't mind if you get in and then it comes back to break even and still plays out. Like, you have to keep yourself safe in some sense as well, right? But for me, I don't have to take that such an aggressive position because, you know, I'm still making progress here. Luckily, we have clutch in NY, you know. That's sometimes the power of having 2 sessions, right? That's why I like to trade 2 sessions. When London is performing well, I don't really need to worry too much about NY. But if London is a bit more difficult, then I trade NY more aggressively and try to look for options. Just make sure you take the break of high on your broker if you're taking that position. Personally, I will take this if we close above myself. That's my plan. I quite like that. $15 close above, it will be the 15 close above, yes. What time do you trade NY? From NY open. So whatever time NY open is for you. Don't convince them. It's a shot. It's a shot. But like I'm telling you what shot I'm taking. I'm taking a shot if this 5 closes above 1 minute 30 seconds. I know it can push without me, but for you guys it might be frustrating. But for me, this is completely normal. I've been through many times like this, many times, and that's why I'm still here. Many times. Where SLB, I put it below the 5. I would just contemplate either to put it below this 5, 17 for 21, or to put it below current 5. I would look at 1 minute here. Yeah, I'd probably put it below the safer 5. Just to give myself more room. Looks like it wants to close above here. See if we can get a small bottom wick and then enter. I have no wick on broker. Oh, don't do this. But there's a wick on here. Okay, looks like it's going to make a bottom wick. Yeah, sweet. So bottom wick being made. Yeah, I'll give it a shot, break of high. That's my buy plan. Nice bottom wick now. And then stop loss will be below this rejection wick here. I'm not going to run this stop loss because this is like mid 1 minute structure. So that would be the case here that I'll be looking for. Close above, good bottom wick now. Now this starts to follow my rules. It is late in the move, but we have structure now, so I can rely on this structure. After this type of bottom wick, I'd be very surprised. I'd be very surprised if it re-breaks the high here and ends up failing. Hopefully it doesn't just break the lows and then invalidates my position. That's even worse because I wait very patiently for this position and then it just dumps. But keep in mind, we are being kept safe here. So this is the reason of being patient. Because imagine I wasn't patient. I'm like, screw it. There's no bottom wick. I don't want to take it. Okay, yeah, this is just boring as hell, man. So unfortunately, I'm going to delete my buy stop here because it's breaking lows on my broker. And it invalidates the position, man. Shit, man. I mean, you can't make it up, man. I'm literally, you can't make it up. Like, I'm doing this live in front of you guys. Like, how can I make this up? But you have to realize, guys, you have to realize it's very important how I waited for that bottom wick. If you did not wait for that bottom wick, straight stop loss like that. Straight. Good to note that that thunder failed. No, you would have got to break even on the thunder. Remember what I said, aggressive break even. So you would have broke highs, you would have got to break even. So you would have got nothing out of it, which is still boring. See what gold is doing here. Made its way towards the downside. Very nice. Very just smooth price action on gold. No 15-minute pullback, straight 15-minute candles. GJ still trying, huh? Yeah, GJ could do the same if we get a close below on GJ, 2 minutes. As long as it doesn't dump further. 11 minutes for this candle. I just worry a little bit about this. That's exactly what we rejected last time. That's where that rejection wick comes from. If you get below that, should be clean sailing. Stop loss where though? Break of this stop loss here is 12 pips. 10 pips to here, 12 pips is pretty far. That's a great tip to wait for the bottom wick. It saved us all. Yeah, you have to realize that it does. That's a loss quickly avoided. And that's why you have to follow rules, because imagine I broke that rule that time. We've not been seeing bottom wick. Screw it. I take it then. You know how painful that is, guys? That's like the worst feeling, man. Worst feeling. I wanted to take it break of this low, or to go break of this low, give it a shot. Just do not like this rejection here, man. Makes it tough, man, really, these days. Jesus Christ. It's a great top wick, that. Just have a quick check of DAX, make sure. If DAX closes above here would be nice as well. This is clean. Ain't we too close above? Yeah, I'm kind of speaking like if it happens after. Wow, check this pullback, huh? Dangerous, dangerous price action, boys. You take the wrong move today, you're done, huh? The zone becomes relevant. Also, finally a move back up on gold. About time we saw a breather. What bias are we? We're bullish bias on gold. Ooh, what if this is a pullback to continue up? But how? We just enter off the first setup too, or what? How does that work? That's an interesting scenario. You missed the trade because of a girl? No, I was just speaking to your mother over here, and but we didn't miss anything. I was actually protected. We avoided a loss. That's what we did. We waited for bottom wick. So this candle opened. We wanted to take buys, break of the high. But it didn't have a bottom wick. So I waited for a bottom wick. It ended up flipping to make a bottom wick. Once it flipped to make a bottom wick, it just went straight down. So we actually avoided a loss. Not missed a trade. We protected myself from a trade, which was quite nice. Now I'm looking at GJ, seeing how this is acting right now. I think break of this low would be valid here. I quite like the idea of break of that low because it's saving you from all of this shit. Very good liquidity it's grabbing. So if it does break this low after going up, I'll be surprised for it to go up again, but it's GJ, huh? Till today, it always surprises me. But I think that's our safest shot to take sells on GJ. You can put stop loss above this rejection zone here, 10 pip stop loss. Because really, if it's getting back in the range, I would want to cut it. 10 pip target. See what spreads are on GJ today. 0.3. Not that bad. Oh shit, it jumped to 0.8. 1 pip spread is not that good right now on GJ, to be honest. I'd consider that a little bit wide, but it's also going down at the same time. Pretty volatile spread. No top wick here, be careful. Be careful, be careful. Last time price had no top wick, it actually came back to make a top wick. Top wick on broker. Yeah, we could aggressively enter that. See how 5-minute looks here. 1 minute, no structure, but it might make some now, which is nice. 7 minutes to the open, so we have to survive the 1 hour. You think it's crazy? No, it's not crazy. It's valid for that on DAX. Problem is the open, right? So what does the open do on DAX? Does it mess it up or does it make it nice? Four minutes? Yeah, but it's GJ, right? It's not DAX, right? GJ doesn't really have these type of pushes. Like, I'm just watching. If it breaks the lows pretty soon here, I might take it. But if it doesn't, then we'll see. Yeah, I might take this here. Let's see, let's see. Yeah, I will give this a shot. Break of lows here. Stop loss above these highs. All right. Broke that for me. Let's see. If you didn't get triggered yet, wait for a re-break of lows or re-break of the same zone I have, which would have happened already. So let's see. Break even will be key level. Very interesting. 1 minute open, no bottom wick, straight push up. I get aggressive and it's getting difficult. Very interesting. We have to close below this 15 here. Pretty important. Here's London Open. Wow, straight push up. What a push. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Can it relax here? Relax. Why not bottom wick first, man? Out. I can't... I told you. What did I fucking told you? I take the fucking aggressive position and I'll lose. I told you. It always like that. Every position I take, every position that I see works out. I mean, this proves my point. The one aggressive position I take, the one, just the one, it fails. You see? You can't fake it, guys. You can't fake it. You just can't. It's how it works. You just can't. There's like nothing you can do to say like... I told you, man, like, you just have to wait. I know it's painful to wait, but I knew, like, I have to tell myself, like, just keep waiting, man. Like, every aggressive position we guys have seen, every 5-minute position plays out. The one you take, the one, guys, the one. The one you take loses, the one. This is proof. Like, I had to do this to show you guys. Like, I knew it was gonna lose. I knew it was gonna lose. I knew, like, it's just how it works, but it worked on everything else, man. Check 5-minute on DAX, worked. 5-minute on gold, worked. If you took gold sells today, 5-minute, you're fine. Right, check, 5-minute sell here. Stop loss above 5. Check this out. Take this 5-minute position this morning. It works. How much is this? 1 to 6.8. You see? DAX, you take 5-minute position, it works. Like, I have to prove a point. Like, what can you do? That's how the markets work. I was actually so unconfident with this trade. I didn't even risk that much, man. I was so unconfident with it. I'm like, fuck this trade, man. Look. $476. That's how unconfident I was. I just put a 5 low. I knew this bullshit would do this. But just to prove a point. People want trades. Take the aggressive trade, Harry. I knew it would do this shit. What a way to start your birthday. Yeah, man, I ruined it, man. Happy birthday, bro. Should probably just take the day off, man. Not sure why you're here on your birthday, man. Go enjoy. You achieved your goal then, point proven? Yeah, you just never win those. Just how it works, man. Really, I promise, you will sit there. You will sit there every single day and watch the aggressive positions play out. Every single day. And then the one you take loses. Classic. Very classic. This might be the first losing month on stream. Good. I hope it is. Good, good. Give some people some fucking reality. Stop being on my case the whole time. Why would it be a losing month? On stream, it's a losing month. In real life, I'm down 1%. This is this month here. 1, 2, 3, 3.5%, minus 2.5%. Minus 2.5%. It's not over, but you know, if it is, it is. What can we do? I'm not losing 10%. I'm not losing 15%. I'm down 2.5 on stream. So if you calculate it, it's not bad, but we will see. We will see. Let the month finish and we see. Don't make assumptions now. But this is my point, man. You take an aggressive position. We watched for the last 5 days. Every day. Every day we watch positions play out. Every day positions on aggressive ones played out. Every day. And you sit there and watch and watch and watch and watch. And the one time, right? The one time you take the aggressive position that you've been seeing play out, it fails. Why? Because it's an aggressive position. It's just how it works, guys. And I had to prove that to show you. I really want to note this because it's not unfortunate. Honestly, I sent you my P&L. Check the trade. There's a reason why I risked less. It's not unfortunate. It's just how it works, man. And I hate to, I really got to the point where I wanted everyone to take this to experience it themselves. Because I can't keep sitting here every day explaining and you guys watch positions just go past. I can't keep doing that. It's just really how it works. You know, I can't keep here. People have to experience this to see it for themselves. Yesterday, right? Yesterday, I got a DM. I got a DM yesterday of someone saying that, you know, they tried my strategy. It was too much patience was required. They quit for 6 months. They quit for 6 months and lost everything because they were too impulsive. They did this and now he's back on my strategy and he said he's starting to get his consistency back and he was asking a few questions, blah, 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 blah. But we discussed between each other and he said, I had to experience that myself to understand why the patience is so important. Even though I was part of your group, even though every single day you told me about patience and you executed patience in front of me every day, it still didn't make sense in my mind. I still felt the need that this is not going to fix it. I need to find another strategy. I need to find something that is going to do more for me. So he went and did that and it ended up in a worse position. But now that he experienced that, okay, it made him realize that, hey, now I understand, right? Now I understand. And sometimes this is what you have to do. You have to go and take the positions to realize that, yeah, it does. It's how it works. So we should not take these aggressive options until we see it working again. They're working. It worked every single time. That's the trick of the market. But the time we took it, look what happened. What can you do to explain that? The only way you can explain that is it wasn't a safe option. We chose not to take the safe option. You see, I'm just trying to show you how the market works. 90 people left stream? No, 200 people left stream. We are down 200 people because of this. And it's me to blame, apparently. I'm getting DMs. I'm getting threats saying I fell off. I'm a nobody. I don't know what I'm doing. You know? Day to day, I get these DMs. I get people leave. Right? And people don't understand that this is just part of the game. Like, you think I haven't been through something like this before? What about the years of losing day to day? What about that? Right? Like, people need to understand, if this is gonna break you, you're never gonna survive. You're never gonna survive. So really understand that this is how it is. You need to understand that this is how it is, and this is why I've been staying out of those positions. Because I know that if you take the risky position, it fails. I just know that, but you will watch all of them played out, and I had to show this. But you still took it? Yeah, because I took it for two reasons. First of all, I was not confident. Look, I went very low risk here. Not low, it's still losing $500, but lower than I normally go. So that's number one, that I went, a little bit lower than normal. So because I was not confident, honestly. Second thing here is that all of them have been playing out. So if I'm going to take a shot today, that's my shot. I have no other choice. What shot do I take? The only choice I have is not to take another trade. But it's just as bad. It's just as bad. What was the confirmation on this shot? You have 15 minute setup 2. You have the 5-minute breaking down, breaking before these lows. Made a deep liquidity grab towards the highs. Thunderstorm setup. If you remove drawings, you start to see it clearly. Right? We tapped this previous support. It's already been tapped. We're looking for a re-break of that support to continue down, fill this area. You're relying on the 15-minute double candle closing bearish. You're taking sells on the break of the low, which is below the resistance here. The reason it's risky is you have no close below that resistance. But every time we've waited for the close, it's pushed through. Right? That's the only difference here. Is that we waited for the close. I mean, we didn't wait for the close. Is it normal for spreads to increase during the open? Not really, no. Small, yeah, spreads are variable, so they will change, but not really to suddenly increase heavily. So now if we ever end up in this situation in the past, like, this journal is a story of everything. This journal will tell you a story of everything. Like, please take this into consideration. Like, this is a great story here. Anyone ask me any questions, I can show them this. I can show them this. Think about that. I think you need a 5-minute close below here. Otherwise, you'll be doing the same thing we just did on GJ. It's the same thing. Copy paste. Not exactly copy paste. This is more of a stronger support. But if you take sells here, break of low, it's basically the same thing. So if you watch it, it will play out. If you take it, it will fail. And this is just how it works in trading. Now, if you take it with confirmation, which means that you're waiting for a 5-minute close below, that's a different story. If you take trade on 15, you need 15 stop loss, yes. Would be much better. In high volume, you can argue it, 5-minute stop loss. Does FOMC affect GJ in terms of price? Yes, it will. Yes, it will in terms. I've been watching your streams for months, and the best thing about your trading is that you're okay with not taking trades if they're not worth it. That saves a lot of capital. It does, but in situations like this, makes it hard. More or less 2 years ago, I started watching your streams. Respect, I do know your name. I didn't have problems with exit, but I was having problems with entry until I saw your methodology. Well, I'm glad it has helped. Hi, as a beginner, should one start with prop firms or your own live account? I think demo, man. Spend some time on demo. It's not a shame to be on demo, huh? It's not a shame to be on demo. Let me just add this here. 45 loss. That's very powerful, John, to make that decision early. Very good. I'd be interested. Yeah, I'm looking at that as well, but it seems to be rejecting right now. If it could close below here, that would be a valid trade in my opinion. Just watch this 1 minute here, but it's around 7 points away, or maybe 5 points by the time it closes. How did you get anything in NY session yesterday? Yeah, I took buys. I put them in the journal here, which I should put this trade in the journal. I took these buys here. I have the link here. Copy this. Can put P&L as well. Put a sad face. I think even change of structure sells, but this is early plan, but yes. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, that was even a nice plan. Previous 1 hour buys, yeah. I was encouraging you and you blocked me. Control your emotion, unconsidered wimp. What? I'm confused. If you're blocked, how are you typing? This is my interesting thing. What do you think of US 30? New York session, I'll look at US 30. New York. I don't trade it in London, not being consistent enough. I passed phase 1 in 15 days, risking 1%, but I've been stuck on phase 2 for 3 months now. I was down 8%, got back to -2, now -5. Do you think this is normal? I think it's a great thing you're doing right now, man. Absolutely great. Because what it's going to do, it's going to train you to be in realistic conditions. Sometimes you get a good, sometimes you get a really good, what's this called, run, right? You get a good month, you get a good month worth of trading, and then sometimes you get into tougher conditions. So the goal is to maintain your phase 2. There's value to phase 2. Try to maintain it, right? Don't FOMO, don't tilt, just slowly get there. You only need 5%. Now you're down 5%, so you have to basically do a phase 1 again. But if you failed phase 2, you're doing phase 1 and 2 all over again. So the value of just taking it super slow and taking things easy is going to be worth it. Hi, what do you think about traders who flip $100 to $1,000 within a week? Do you think it's a good habit in future? Not in future, but it is possible, right? You're just full margining your account. Okay? I mean, a popular YouTuber who does it, his name is FX Alex G. He flipped $100 to $1 million. Right now, he's doing some challenge with some guy, and he's failed, and he's blown his account 3 times. So you start to question, what's the probabilities, right? Right? What's the probabilities? What's the probabilities? Sounds similar to me. To be honest, I do feel tilted out to GJ, can't lie, but relaxing now on this phase 2. Yeah, but this is just how it is, right? You have to, the best thing to do is not to trade. And I kind of tried to make that clear, but this really hammered my point today. It's just proof. Like, people have to see. Was that real? Look, I'll be honest, I have nothing against the guy. I don't know him. But I'll be honest, the probability of turning $100 to $1 million, I do not believe in, is very likely to happen with one account, not multiple. Buying above one, I think now it's tough. I think the buys were down here. If you didn't take these buys, don't take the trade. This was buys that someone took in the group. Beautiful buys. I agree with these buys, but now it's a bit late. Like, this should have been the buys. This was the option of the day for me. All right, prices ranging. For me, if I'm going to take sells, I want sells below here. That's my plan on DAX, is sells below here, but we're just ranging. Gold at the moment as well is dropping down here quite nicely. Again, another 5-minute impulsive option playing out. You could typically sell this 15-minute here, yes. Sell the lows, it is possible. But I'm a little bit sick of risky positions. I'll be interested to see if it plays out, but this would be a risky position. You know, stop loss above the 5, try to get down here. You have a 1-to-1, 33 for 30, 34. I mean, all the way down is 40 here. Just check the 30-minute. No, it's actually the 30-minute has range. Would be 30-minute breakout as well. How much time you got to trade in the session? Basically till this 4-hour closes. So typically 1 hour, like I would say 30 minutes more is better. Anything after 30 minutes starts to get slow. Bro, can you please make a video on how to mark support and resistance? I have it. This is the video. This one here. This one concept fixed my price action trading. So this is your aggressive position. If you want to take it, take it. I'm sick of aggressive positions, but watch this play out. I'll be happy if it didn't play out because it would make me feel, you know, like at least I'm doing something good, but probably will play out. So that's just the way of the markets, man. So yeah, appreciate you all for showing up, and yeah, nothing really much to say anymore today. I think I've covered all my points I wanted to say. I do appreciate the guys who support me and stick with me for the long term. It's a pleasure to have those around me. And those who are worried or maybe new, I know there's not too many new people. You know, don't be. It's a total normal part of the game. It's one of the most aggressive. This is actually my longest. I've never taken this many losses live. I've kind of forced it on myself to prove a point, which I didn't have to do. But yeah, you know, I would have preferred to do nothing or preferred to just leave the stream, you know, for a while. So it would have been nicer to do that. And but you know, I have forced this on myself to prove a point. Hopefully my point is proven. It's definitely a lesson for a lot of you guys, because I can sit here and yap all day and I get blamed for yapping all day. And hopefully this, you know, shows you that it's not only about that. So that's my point, man. Just need to wait. And at least they can't say Mr. No Trade. Yeah, it's true, right? But the point is, it's important I have that in my journal, because in the future I can refer to that. I can refer to that and show people, you know, show people that. So that's how it is. So I appreciate you all. Take care. Have a good day. And hopefully speak to you guys soon, all right? Peace. Much love.